these people haven't been arrested or charged, and so they're not even using the language like alleged or allegedly the Chinese has hacked the U.S. Treasury. That's not the language that they're using, y'all. They saying this is what it is what they convey. They're not saying that this is who they think it is. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the drones and the balloons.
Back within 30 days back to Congress to offer a little bit more detail about exactly how this happened and maybe what can be done to prevent it going forward. But the Treasury described this as a pretty serious issue. Although I want to point out again, it was unclassified documents, not classified documents that were allegedly compromised as part of this hack earlier this month.
Concerning nonetheless.
Exactly.
All right, Brian Chung, thank you for your report. Right, and there is some breaking news tonight that a Chinese state-sponsored hacker.
Okay. I wanted to put that out there. I have to put that out there because y'all know how they doing. We're merely just using audio. So let me pause it because I that's like a bunch of babble. What they are saying is that they have discovered a secret Chinese police station in New York, right? And this is just one. Now, when we reported on this last year about the secret police stations, plural, not just the one in New York, right? And it's not just a police station that is up under the noses of the so-called biggest and baddest police state of them all. You know what I'm talking about? You do know that the United States of America incarcerates more of its citizens than any other nation state, barring none. And keep in mind, we don't have the largest population of people, right? China has like how many billion people? Do we have to Google it? I don't want to Google it, y'all. Y'all know I don't never feel like doing all of that. You want to contest what I'm saying, you knock your soul right on out, right? Because you wouldn't be contesting me. What I'm utilizing is their statistics, right? Okay. So let's let it play.
Most in communities with critics of the Chinese Communist Party. Correspondent Evan Lambert is live. Evan, we're learning more about where these have been located and how aggressive China is becoming.
Nicole, this is pretty alarming. Senior FBI intelligence officials telling News Nation today that they see these reports of secret Chinese police stations and Chinese tactics to intimidate dissidents as really reaching an inflection point. They say that lines are being crossed that haven't been crossed before. And
yearning for American freedom.
Some fly to Ecuador, where no visa is needed, and then travel north. Others are flying into Tijuana Airport before being guided across the border by smugglers. The Chinese migrants are reportedly willing to pay cartels up to $35,000 for smuggling services. And for a lot of them, it pays off. More than 50% of Chinese asylum applications were granted in the 2023 fiscal year. That's much higher than the average across all nationalities, which is only 14.
Did you not just hear what he just said? They are granting them asylum. This is their asylum applications granted, but the people who are actually Americans, they're just not North Americans. You understand? I gotta back this up, y'all. I do. I need to hear this again my own self. Even though, again, we talked about this last year. Right? Let's go.
Migrants from China are now the fastest growing group of people entering the United States illegally from Mexico.
China?
And why are we seeing these growing numbers? Here's what we know.
New York?
Customs and Border Protection reported more than 24,000 Chinese migrant encounters at the southern border last fiscal year. In 2021, that number was just 450.
did you just arrive here in the United States?
The migrants previously told News Nation reporters that they're escaping the Chinese Communist Party and plan to seek asylum in the United States.
Yearning for American freedom.
Some fly to Ecuador, where no visa is needed, and then travel north. Others are flying into Tijuana Airport before being guided across the border by smugglers. The Chinese migrants are reportedly willing to pay cartels up to $35,000 for smuggling services. And for a lot of them, it pays off. More than 50% of Chinese asylum applications were granted in the 2023 fiscal year. That's much higher than the average across all nationalities, which is only 14%. So why are these migrants seeking asylum instead of trying to enter the U.S. legally with a visa? One possible reason is that the United States tightened visa restrictions for people from China over the last several years. In 2016, the U.S. issued 2.2 million temporary visas. In 2022, that number dropped to just 160,000.
They've always consistently had high numbers of asylum seekers. I think second to that is the processing times in the embassies, the U.S. embassies in China are taking so long. Also, it's getting harder for a lot of them to maybe get tourist visas. So some of those folks may have come here as students, tourists, everything like that before.
All right. Like I said, we talked about this already. So if you missed it, we just shared it again. So we got them hacking. We got them coming in through the border, right? At rates higher than everybody else. Right? That means that they're coming in more than the brothers and sisters from Brazil, from Argentina. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the C word. You heard? Like, all right, so let's see what else. Because there's one more element that go along with this. And was it at the bottom? Nope, that's the hackers. That's the hackers. We're looking for the third element to this presentation. Where is it? Let me show you. I'm sure you want to see this. So I'm going to show you the ones that they've unveiled. It doesn't mean that these are the only Chinese police stations in North America. These are the ones that, they can no longer hide from the people because the people already, you know what I'm saying, dismantled and discovered the existence. So you got San Francisco has a secret Chinese police station. Los Angeles has a secret Chinese police station. Minnesota, somewhere, because it says location unknown, right? But this, I know many when I see many. This is many, right? That's what we call Minnesota and the city of Minneapolis. We call it many, right? We know about the one in New York. And this is the only one that they saying that they have shuttered, right? They said the secret Chinese police station in New York is now shuttered. That's what that says, right? This is location unknown. And then there's one in Houston, in the Republic of Texas. Wait a minute. Houston? And if it would have been Dallas, I would have had to do that like 3 different times. Is one in Houston. And this location unknown. What is this, Nebraska? I'm not, whoa. And just imagine now, they are doing this here in good old boy territory, right? They doing this in good old boy territory. Imagine what they have within the southern and central portion, being that the southern and central portion is doing big business. Now, we doing big business with China because according to what the United States of America says, they owe China and Japan like $1 trillion, which is pennies to them. And they got it. And they still ain't paid these people. So what does they tell you? It tells me a lot.